Alright, hey guys, it's me again, and today we're going to talk about the Ceti Lacera, and honestly this weapon is pretty interesting as far as builds go, so I thought I'd decide to share a couple things with you guys about this weapon. And as far as the power of this weapon goes, honestly, it competes with Tonfa's. It's pretty good. The only thing that could possibly make this better is the stance. All the combos but one have lift on them. So what I'm going to show you is my standard hybrid build. And what I found is that you probably want a mod for each faction. Like, you can run Viral Electric to be like a sort of general all-around thing, but I found that just modding, like, say, Corrosive Heat against armor performs better than Viral in my cases. I'm also in the old Simulacrum today because of the stance of this weapon, right? I don't want it to, like, lift the enemy around, like, the whole ramp that is on the new Simulacrum. So let's just show you what that looks like. So against a corrupted heavy gunner that we normally test on, died in 26 hits, which is like, that's pretty up there. That's up there with like almost the old melee system, right, where they just basically get kills in like 14 hits if they had like a finisher combo or something. Now I'm going to show you Viral Electric. Oh, I accidentally lifted her. Right, but 42 hits, which is like, that's almost double. So Viral Electric, it's still pretty decent, right? The 42 hits is not bad at all, but as far as performance goes against armor, Corrosive Heat is going to be your best bet. Now against shields, right, if we use Viral Electric, the enemy dies before we even get a combo multiplier. 9 hits, which is extremely fast for our corpus here. And we're still running that Viral Electric. Now, since this weapon has a very high status chance of 40%, you'd probably think that Weeping Wounds is a must-have on this weapon, but it actually isn't. I found the elemental damage with like a 90% and like 2 dual stats right here performs better than what I'm running right here. So we're going to swap over back to an armored target, our heavy gunner. $33 hits. Again, not bad, but we can do better. So if we replace the Weeping Wounds here with regular ass Fever Strike to get more damage, $29 hits. So you can see that performs better. So you really don't need Weeping Wounds on this weapon. Okay, now here's where things get interesting with this weapon, is the status build, right? Where it's the same build as my hybrid build, but I replace Blood Rush with Weeping Wounds, and it actually performs exactly the same, if not very slightly better. I think it's like a difference of like 1 hit better than the Blood Rush hybrid build. 21 hits with a pure status build. No crits. That said, this weapon is powerful enough to not even need the critical chance from Blood Rush at all. So that makes you think, well, like, what do you need the crit for then? Honestly, I'm using the crit build over the status build because of DE's adding more and more status immune enemies. Obviously, if you're gonna have status, right, it's not gonna help you against those type of enemies like Sentience, for example. So if you accidentally bring this to the new event, right, if you bring crit instead of status, you're not gonna be completely screwed for the most part. Now, you might think that the crit build will actually perform better against groups of enemies, but that's not the case. So I'm going to switch back to Corrosive and Heat. Alright, and we're going to go against these heavy gunners. Oops. And you can see things absolutely tearing these guys in half with 199 hits. Right? Now with the status build, with Weeping Wounds against our heavy gunners, it's like very slightly more, 206. So it's like it's basically dead even for the most part. You don't really need the crit on this weapon, even though it is an option if you want it. And just be more well-rounded, I would probably still take the crit, but if you're short on Forma, if you only have 3 to spare, just run the status build. You'll do perfectly fine. Anyway guys, that's all for me. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.